Hi children, good morning. Today we are going to start study on antonyms. Last week we have studied synonyms. Synonyms and antonyms will help to build your vocabulary. If your vocabulary is good enough, then definitely there will be confidence when you speak and you will definitely do well in SSB. So you must have good word power in order to express well. So shall we start with the study of antonyms? Let's study what is antonym. An antonym is a word opposite in meaning to another word. So what is antonym? Antonym is a word which is opposite. We have seen synonym which is similar in meaning, whereas antonym is opposite in meaning. So we are studying synonyms and antonyms. In vocabulary building, antonyms can be of any part of speech. However, the words have to be of the same part of speech in order to be antonyms of each other. Remember that every word will not have opposite word. So therefore, it is not that for every word there is antonym. Not all words can have an antonym, as some words such as chair, bottle, etc. have neutral meanings and hence there is no opposite word for those words. Now let us see how the question appears in the examination of antonyms. So structure of antonym questions. The instructions on antonym questions include but are not limited to find the word which is farthest in meaning. In the case of synonym we have seen the word which is nearest in meaning to the given word. But here in the case of antonym the word which is farthest in meaning. Or choose the correct antonym for the term given. So questions on antonyms consist of a stem word and 4 or 5 option words. The test taker is expected to choose the word from the options which is farthest in meaning to the given word. The test taker need not find a perfect opposite, not necessary that it has to be perfect opposite for the given stem word, but the best opposite from the given set of options. So whatever options are given, find out among them which is farthest in meaning. A typical example for an antonym question is as follows. Choose the correct antonym for the term flamboyant. Female, apparitional, plain, terse. So here the right answer will be plain. Now the word flamboyant, what does it mean? It means highly elaborate. The word plain from the options can thus be identified as the word opposite to this word flamboyant. Let's see the categories of antonyms. So antonyms can be classified into following three categories. Gradable antonyms, complementary antonyms, relational antonyms. This will help you to identify the antonyms and find out the correct option. So gradable antonyms are named thus because they deal with the scale of the meaning of words. Now gradable antonyms lie on a continuous spectrum. For example, temperature is a continuous spectrum on which the antonym hot and cold lie. So they are at equal level. Complementary antonyms. Complementary antonyms do not have a middle ground or continuous spectrum between them. There are only two states, either one or the other. Examples for complementary antonyms include exit, entrance, occupied, vacant, exhale, inhale. Now let's see the third one, relational antonyms. Words which are opposite to each other only in the context of the relationship between them are termed relational antonyms. Both words must exist in order for there to be a relationship between the two. Relational antonyms are also considered as a subcategory of complementary antonyms. Examples for relational antonyms: husband, wife; doctor, patient; servant, master. Now is the time to learn a number of antonyms. So the list of antonyms is provided to you. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Agony, ecstasy. Now what does agony mean? Agony means extreme physical suffering or mental suffering, and ecstasy is great happiness. Ambivalent. Now here, ambivalent, plain. Now mixed feelings when they are there. Now the equivocal, that's ambivalent. And here, plain. Averse, ego. Now averse, so lack of interest. Now eager, very enthusiastic, eager. Assuage, worsen. So when less suffering is there, assuage. So there is improvement there. Worsen. It's the situation is getting worsened. Adroit, skillful. Adroit means skillful, having skill. Clumsy, unskillful. Clumsy, awkward. Austere, lavish. Lavish means luxurious, and austere, no comforts, no luxury. Austere, giving up all the pleasures. Austere. So monks are austere. So no comforts there. So lavish, luxurious. Brittle, vent. Now what does brittle means? You curb. You don't open up. Vent, you give outlet for that. So don't keep within you. You went out. So here, opening up yourself, vent. Benign. So benign presence. Benign, kind, good. Malicious, harmful, malicious, spiteful. That's a malicious. Belittle. Now you belittle, you disparage somebody, you dismiss someone, and you ridicule. That's a belittle. And extol, praise. Bleak, bleak, dull, bright. Bleak, barren, dull, and bright. That's opposite of it. So we have seen the first list. Congenial, very pleasing, pleasant, disagreeable, opposite of. Comment, praise, criticize. Collision. Now collision, clash, conflict, and conciliatory. Conciliatory, you are likely to pacify somebody, make peace. So there's a conflict and there you are trying to make peace. So that's why collision and conciliatory. Chide, chide, a rebuke. You scold, chide, praise. Conform, differ. So you follow the rules, obey the rules, comply with rules, conform and differ. So conform and differ. Ductile, rigid. Ductile, what does it mean? Able to be drawn out into a thin wire. So it's a very flexible, ductile, and rigid, not flexible. Enslave, make somebody slave. Emancipate, liberate. Emancipate, liberate. Women's emancipation. So emancipation of women. So liberation, liberty. So emancipate means liberate. Ephemeral, ephemeral. That's a transitory. So temporary, living for short period, eternal. Enigmatic, enigmatic, very mysterious, very perplexing, puzzling, and simple. Essential, trivial. Evince, hide. What does evince mean? You show the interest in that or hide interest. Evince, evince interest, exhibit, reveal. Now fiasco, fiasco, failure, and opposite of that will be success. Frugal, frugal, spendthrift, frugal. Now and opposite will be spendthrift or extravagant. What does frugal means? frugal, very miserly, frugal. Futile, futile, useless, worthy, worthy of it, worth, deserving, worthy. Futile, useless. Frail, very thin, strong. Now, gumption. Gumption means having initiative, resourceful. So there's a shrewdness in the gumption. And apathy. Apathy, no concern. Apathy, no concern. Lack of interest. That's apathy. So gumption, apathy. Glower. Glower. So have look, which is very sullen, very angry look. That's a glower. And give smile. So smile will be opposite of glower. Gamble. So gamble is dancing, gambling, dancing, jumping, running. And trudge, walking slowly, walking leisurely. That's a trudging, walking very leisurely. It may be due to exhaustion or tiredness or due to harsh condition trudging. And gambling is dancing, jumping, running. Now haste, haste in hurry. And opposite of that is delay. Heretical, heretical. Now here see what does it mean? Belief in contrary ideas, opinions. Now here there's kind of dissent there. There's a kind of opposition there. So you believe in such kind of opinions which are contrary to all others. So orthodox. So heretical here, when we are talking about heretical, here they are unorthodox. They're not conservative. And orthodox, they're very conservative. They're not ready to change their beliefs. Whereas heretical, their beliefs are contrary to others' belief. Or in general, whatever people believe in. Hindrance, obstruction. Now there's obstacle, there's a hurdle there. Hindrance. So there's an impediment and opposite of that aid, help. Haughty, very proud. Arrogant, humble, very modest. Polite, humble. Infuriate and soothe. Soothe is very comforting, soothing. Where the pain, it will be eased. Infuriate, get angry. Impudent, very rude, impudent. And opposite will be humble. Insipid, not tasty at all, and tasty, exciting. So insipid is very dull. Impasse. So impasse, where there is no breakthrough, there is a deadlock, impasse. You can't go further there. And there is a breakthrough. So breakthrough is a one word, breakthrough. Jubilant, very happy. Gloomy, very sad. Kind, cruel. Levity. Levity, even if it's a serious matter, you treat it very humorously. That's a levity. And opposite of levity will be seriousness. Lucidity, clarity when it is there, and opposite will be confused. Lucid, very clear. So lucidity, clarity, confused. So that will be the opposite word of that. Lapidarian. Lapidarian, what does it mean? It's very polished. Now lapidary is related to engraving on stones or cutting of precious stones or gems. So very polished, very refined and inelegant. Elegant is refined, polished in manners. So lapidarian, opposite is inelegant. Loath, hate, love. Lachrymose, lachrymose, very sad, very tearful. You feel like crying over that. And blithe, very cheerful, carefree. Meager, meager amount, very inadequate. Scanty, plentiful, plenty, abundant. Maladroit, maladroit, unskillful. Adroit, skillful, skilled. and maladroit, unskilled, incompetent. Mammoth, huge. Mammoth, very large. Small will be the opposite word. Morbid. Morbid is very deathly. So very cheerless. Bleak. That's a morbid. Appealing. Mutational. Mutational, there's a genetic change in that. Mutational. So when there's a genetic change, that is mutational. Crepuscular. So dim. Crepuscular is very dim. Crepuscular. Mutational, where they change, and here active in twilight. That's a crepuscular. Munificent. Munificent, very generous, very bountiful, charitable. And opposite of that is greedy. Novice. Novice is a beginner. And veteran is a very experienced person. Novice, veteran. Now let us have the practice of the antonyms. All these years, yours built up your vocabulary. And I hope you have word power to some extent. Why not test your word power? So we are going to start practice sets on antonyms. So this session we have set number 1 on antonyms, and we are going to have only 15 questions in this set. So shall we start now? Let's start. Pick out the word opposite or nearly so in the meaning of the given words. First one, accepted, followed, noted, provided, considered, rejected. Second, anger, party, happiness, approval, love, joy. Loved, refused, defamed, distracted, averted, hated. Fourth question, obey, attract, disobey, repel, diffuse, none. Outwit, laugh, victory, defeat, win, none. Come, play, fast, go, got, none. Hard, soft, smooth, delicate, easy, less. Wealthy, wicked, famous, ill, poor, harmful. Dull, pale, wise, shining, colorful, foolish. Alleviation, lessening, magnification, intensify, aggravation, exaggeration. Receded, bloomed, advanced, increased, diminished, rebuilt. Transparent, translucent, vague, blind, opaque. Extrovert, boaster, mixer, introvert, social. Virtuous, vicious, vulgar, miserly, insincere, urban, rustic, rural, civil, domestic. Let's see the answers for these questions which you are attempted. The first practice set is quite easy. I am quite sure that you must have answered all the questions. So let's see the answers now. First one, accepted. Answer is rejected. Anger. Answer is D, love. Third one, loved. Answer is hated. All these are quite simple. Obey. B, disobey. Outwit. C. Defeat. Come. C. Go. Hard. A. Soft. Wealthy. D. Poor. Dull. C. Shining. Alleviation. D. Aggravation. So alleviation, reducing suffering. Aggravation, worsening. Receded. Receded, advanced. B. Transparent. D. Opaque. Virtuous. A. Vicious. Vicious means immoral, cruel. Urban. B. Rural. With this, we have come to the end of this session. This test was quite simple, but sometimes in the exam, very simple words will also be asked in antonyms. Now here onwards, be ready for the next test in the next session. Thank you.